Hi there again, John Paulas here. This is Life's Potluck Buffet, and you're listening to the second episode for Worksheet 9. I didn't get started on Worksheet 9 in the first episode. I explained a little bit about the background, about how I drew 6 cards for this week, and I'm trying to figure out how they all work together. Let me show you those 6 cards again on the screen. And so some of them I've done the worksheets for, as you know, the 5, 23, 24, 9 and the logo. 9 and 17 I haven't, so those are the worksheets I'm going to focus on this week. And we're going to see what the other cards had to do with as we go along. Maybe there'll be something, maybe there won't, but that's all I could say is the Life's Potluck Buffet cards are for real. And so whenever I pull a card from the deck, I take it super seriously. And you know why that is. Check out that episode from a few days ago where I made the mistake of doubting the divinatory powers of Life's Potluck Buffet cards, and I found out. So, let me read the instructions for Worksheet 9 again if you missed them from the last episode, or if this is the first episode you're jumping into. Here are the instructions. The title of the card is Find Your Leading Qualities. And the instructions say, good is the opposite of bad. Why not find your good leadership and management qualities the easy way? By identifying the opposite of bad qualities you've seen in managers and leaders. And then there are 2 columns. The first column says bad quality, and there are 3 spaces, 3 boxes, 3 square boxes where you could put that in. And on the right-hand side, it says good quality in green, and then there are 3 boxes there that are for the opposites of the bad qualities you see on the left-hand side that you write in. I really like this because it's a chance for us to generate these leadership qualities ourselves. I feel like there's lots of stuff out there that's like dictating to people what this is a leadership quality, this is a management quality. We've all experienced bad and good management and leadership. And if we look to our own experiences and what we particularly see as bad qualities, then we're telling something to ourselves that's unique to us, because other people will see the qualities of bad leadership or bad management in different ways. And then the opposite of that, being the good quality, are perfectly personalized in that case. So it's not some generic, and remember, everything about Life's Potluck Buffet is about the opposite of the generic. It's about the specific, what is specific to each of us. And as we are all completely unique, unrepeatable human beings, so too are our perceptions of the world and our understanding of the world in which we act and operate and exist. So that's why I like doing it this way. And that's why Life's Potluck Buffet is designed to have you explore what your leadership qualities are, not from some list of qualities. We generate these ourselves, because that's how important all these things are for us to understand that everything that we do comes from us because we're doing it. So should everything good that we do come from us. And so that means good leadership qualities and good management qualities, we can generate those ourselves by understanding bad management and then doing the opposite. That's the easy way. That's why it works this way. That's why I have this worksheet. Because instead of having to look around for what's a good quality? Those are harder to find than when you know how bad you feel when there's bad management, bad leadership. And whenever someone feels bad because of something that a manager or leader has done, that is bad management, that is bad leadership. So everything that you'll write that are bad qualities, where you have felt just terrible because of something a manager or leader said, did, that affected you, then you're going to find what the good thing that could have been done in that case would have been, and what you do in the future. And that's the hard part, right? Doing the good things you wrote on the right side of this page every time. That's what it says on the bottom. Do the good things you wrote on the right side of this page every time. Okay? All right, so let me start this worksheet by choosing a pen color. And let us choose, I'll just start from the right side and then go to the left here. So I'll start with the red here. Okay, I'll choose a pen. There it is. All right, bad quality. I'm just going to write the word toxic. That's how it feels to me when I enter into a situation where the leadership and management are doing bad things. The environment is toxic. I'm going to circle that. I circled that in red because that's the color of the pen I have. But I circled it because I was feeling it. Doesn't feel great. I'm reining in with that lasso, that toxicity. All right. That's probably why. I probably don't want that toxicity to leave that box. It's going to stay there. All right. All right. So what is now all we need to do, and this is why it's easy, it just takes one word. What is the opposite of toxic? What is the opposite of toxic? Well, the opposite of toxic to me is healthy. If you said non-toxic, that's okay. But non-toxic to me is a little bit for me, it's a little bit non-descriptive. You know, it's because it's not a positive thing. It's just a neutral thing, right? When you say this chalk is non-toxic, yeah, you can eat it, but you don't want to eat it, but you can eat it. It's not going to kill you. So that's why, for me, the opposite of toxic is healthy. And I'm also going to put a dash there and write healthful. Right. So both promoting health, that's what healthful means to me, and healthy, acting in a healthy way. And remember that for all of your answers here, you don't need to look up stuff in Merriam-Webster. In fact, it could be unhelpful. You don't. What I mean is the thesaurus. You don't need to look at a thesaurus to find out antonyms and the opposite of what these words are. What's most important is that your own antonyms are what you write. So, for me, as I've spoken on different episodes, the opposite of ideas for me is people, because you can focus on the content of something, which is like you get caught up in your own stuff, and like what the details of what you're doing and so forth. And that's one thing. But the opposite of that for me is people, is focusing on the things outside of you, things inside of you that are human, and not on the content per se. So in this case, I'm talking about toxic being the bad quality, and the opposite for me is healthy and healthful. So promoting health and being healthy. And I mean that in literal sense, focusing on healthy practices for yourself. That's where it all starts. Because if you can't treat yourself in a healthy way and in a healthful way, then you can't treat others in a healthy way. So having a healthy attitude, and this involves just overall health in general, that's a good quality for me. And that's something that every time when I'm in a situation, I want to make sure it's healthful and that I'm coming into it with a healthy attitude and a healthy mind. And that's going to create a situation where I'm feeling good about the situation, and that's going to be reflected in what happens in that situation. And it's going to be helpful for all the people involved. Okay. So that is my first good quality. So I'm going to pause there and wrap up this episode about Worksheet 9. Join me on the next episode for the third part of Worksheet 9, where I work on it a little bit more. And if you enjoyed this episode or the episode previous to it about Worksheet 9, please give the videos a like and please subscribe. I love it when people subscribe. Thank you. And if you want to get the worksheet so that you can work alongside of me as I do them or in your own time, head to lifespotluck.com/worksheets and download Worksheet 9 today. All right, I'll see you on the other side of this brief musical interlude.